Meeting of the Wheaton Park District Board of Commissioners, September 18th, 2019, is called to order. I'll take the roll. Commissioner Vyers? Here. Commissioner Morrow? Here. Commissioner Kelly? Here. Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Here.
Commissioner Fahey?
Here.
President Mee?
Here. And, I know that the Recreation Department wants us to move this along, as quickly as possible. At the same time, Amy has a birthday coming up Sunday, and she wants to start her celebration early. So, duly noted. Mike, I believe we have a presentation by the Arrowhead Golf Club.
Yes, we have Director of Golf Bruce Stoller with us this evening, who has some tidbits to share about the fantastic Arrowhead Golf Club. Bruce?
It's true. They told me I only had 15 minutes, so I promise not to go over. Right?
You can take a half an hour, Bruce.
All right. You guys good with that?
That's very dangerous.
It is. Thanks, guys, for having us here tonight. Just kind of as the golf season winds down and before we head into the holidays, wanted to give you a little heads up on what's going on at the golf course. On the golf side, just a couple of fall events coming up. Our annual three-man scramble is in 2 Saturdays, just a fun three-man event. The handicap system we use makes it fun for everybody. I think almost every year everybody finishes within 5 shots of each other. So it works, and it's tons of fun. After that, the Brutal Cup, November 2nd, and that is another fun event. Brutal Cup, so named because sometimes the weather is brutal. I know we've had a lot of days where it's been pretty nice. We have had other days where we have played 3 holes before it rained and sleeted on us, and we had to go to the bar. So those 2 events coming up. On the food and beverage side, my favorite time of year starts Saturday. It is Oktoberfest. Chef Allen's German cuisine for 2 weeks, runs through October 6th. Just awesome food, so come out for that. Then the end of October, just in time for Halloween, we've got our pumpkins and pancake event. Did I hear an ooh? It's geared towards the kids. Fun little buffet, zombie chicken fingers, eyeball eggs, that kind of thing on the menu. Each of the kids gets to decorate a pumpkin, and so just a fun event there. Other than that, all of our normal weekly specials, Monday burgers, Taco Tuesday, Cajun Thursday, Fish Fry Friday, all that good stuff goes on year-round. And finally, NFL Sunday Ticket every Sunday. So if your favorite team is not the Bears, you can come out, food, drink specials all day, and you can watch your favorite team. That's all we got going right now. Well, it's not all we got, but that's the highlights. So thanks again for having me up here tonight, and have a good meeting.
Thanks, Bruce. Don't run away, Bruce. I just want to make a comment that, looking at our data, we are ahead of our golf rounds as of the end of August, beyond what we had at that time in 2018. Is that correct?
A little bit.
So
it's good.
A little bit is enough, so we need
Trending
to
in
keep
the right
moving
direction.
forward. Okay.
Yeah, we just need it not to rain.
I know. Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you.
No community input, I see. Before we get into consent agenda, do any of our board members wish any of our items to be removed? Hearing nothing, then I'll read them into the record and then ask for a motion to approve items A through F as identified in our packet. Item A, approval of the disbursements totaling $3,337,961.91 for the period beginning July 10, 2019 and ending September 10, 2019. Item B, approval of the July 17, 2019 regular meeting minutes. Item C, approval of September 4, 2019 special meeting minutes. Item D, approval of September 4, 2019 subcommittee meeting minutes. Item E, approval of September 4, 2019 closed session minutes. Item F, approval of expenses over $10,000 but under legal bid limit. Sub A, payment to Euclid Beverage for Wheaton Brewfest in the amount of $14,000. And sub B, purchase of athletic apparel from TPS, Sports Equipment Apparel, in the amount of $14,277.60.
So moved.
Motion. Who was that?
Kelly.
Byers.
John Kelly?
Oh, sorry.
That was me.
Virus?
Byers.
Do we have a second?
Second. Hodgkinson.
Hodgkinson. So we have a motion by Virus, and a second by Hodgkinson. Mike?
Roll. Commissioner Vires?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
President Me.
Yes. We have no unfinished business, and moving on to new business item 1, and I'll preface, our new business items by just saying that all of these items were discussed at our recent subcommittee meeting, and, that gave us an opportunity to move through our agenda tonight. So item 1, I would need a motion pertaining to the 2020 budget and appropriation draft.
I'll move to place the proposed 2020 budget and appropriation ordinance and related reports on a 30-day public inspection.
Second.
Is that Fahey?
Yes.
We have a motion by Morrow and a second by Fahey. Mike?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, budget is on public display.
Item 2 of new business, I need a motion pertaining to the Memorial Park renovation project.
Can't make that motion.
I'll move to place or authorize the Buildings and Grounds Subcommittee Chairman to approve contingency expenses for the Memorial Park renovation project in the amount of $50,000 per occurrence with board approval taking place at subsequent regular board meetings.
Second.
We have a motion by Morrow, and a second by Byers. Any comment?
Strong second.
Who was it?
Fires.
It was Vires.
That's what I said.
Yep.
Any comment? Hearing no comment, Mike?
Well, yeah, Mike, could you just
Sorry.
explain this quickly?
Sure. Commissioner Kelly, Buildings and Grounds Chairman, attends just about every single construction progress meeting. And due to the nature of his expertise and his ability to assist staff in navigating issues that may arise, coupled with the very tight timeline that we are on for construction, which needs to be completed prior to Memorial Day 2020 to maintain our schedule of activities for summer 2020. It's in the best interest to allow an approval on the spot for negotiated changes during those meetings with subsequent ratification by the Park Board at the next opportunity, rather than waiting 2-3 weeks at a time for full Park Board approval and holding the project up when we are on such a tight timeline. However, the entire board will have every opportunity to review and approve those changes.
And also to get things done as quickly as we can before we get into bad weather periods,
That is
too.
correct also.
Any other questions, comments?
No, thank you.
Mike?
I'll take the roll. Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Vires?
Yes.
President Me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 3, need a motion pertaining to materials testing for the Memorial Park project.
Yeah, I move that we enter into a contract with Gen Con in an amount not to exceed $44,376 for the materials. That'll be the soil, steel, concrete testing.
Second.
Matter of clarification, that's GeoCon,
It's
just in case
GeoCon.
Did I
anybody's,
say Geocon? What is it?
It was a motion by Kelly.
in case they're watching and they're concerned they didn't get the job, I wanted to.
Motion by Kelly, second by Byers. Any comment? Comment, Mike?
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Vires?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
President Me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item number 4, need a motion pertaining to asphalt projects at Atten Park, Central Athletic Complex, Community Center, and the Prairie Path Park.
I'll move to accept the bid from Meyer Paving for $78,534 plus a contingency of 10% or $7,853.40 for asphalt projects at Atten Park, Central Athletic Complex, Community Center, Park Services Center, and Prairie Path Park.
Second.
We have a motion by Fahey, second by Hodgkinson. Any board comment? Mike?
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Vires?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
President Me.
Yes. Item number 5, need a motion pertaining to the Cosley Zoo paver project.
Yeah, I'll move that we approve a change order to Precise Brick Paving in the amount of $1,456.
Second.
Second.
We have a second by
Fahey.
Fires and Aced out Fahey.
No. I got them right?
Okay, we'll give,
Yeah.
this is a toss-up. We'll give this one to Fahey.
Yeah.
Okay, any board comment?
Yeah, that's just, the original plan was to leave some spoils on site, but the condition of the spoils was unsuitable for our use, so we had to pay to haul it off.
Thanks, John. Any other comment? Mike?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, motion carries.
Item number 6, need a motion pertaining to seal coating projects at Atten Park and Seven Gables Park.
I move to accept the bid from Pavement Systems for $26,419, plus a contingency of 10% or $2,641.90 for seal coating at Atten and Seven Gables Parks.
Second.
We'll get that one tomorrow.
Ray, yeah.
We have a motion by Hodgkinson and a second by Morrow. Any board comment? Mike?
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Vires?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
President Me.
Yes. Need a motion pertaining to the Washington School ball field renovations.
Yeah, I'll move that we approve the purchase of Red Diamond Ball Field Mix from Waukapa Sand at a cost of $137 per ton for the Washington School ball field renovation. And we're authorizing a purchase up to 100 tons, so it'd be $13,700.
Second.
Motion by Kelly, second by Fahey. Any board comment? Hearing none, Mike?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, motion carries.
Item number 8, need a motion pertaining to the Donata South Park Path Repair Project.
I'll move to approve the additional cost of $4,142.56 for path material from Wapaka Sand for Donata South Park.
Second.
We have a motion by Fahey and a second by Morrow. Any board comment? Mike?
Excuse me, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, motion carries.
Moving along. Item number 9, need a motion pertaining to the park facilities rental policies and fees, changes in those.
I'll move to approve the park facilities rental policies and fees as amended effective January 1st, 2020.
Second.
Is that Fahey? And I'd make a comment at this point in time that, those fee changes can be noted as outlined in our packet. We have a motion by Hutchinson and a second by Fahey. Board comment.
And let's just make sure that we date things when it was approved and when it was revised.
Yes, sir.
Any other comment? Mike?
Commissioner Vires?
Yes.
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
President Me.
Yes. Item number 10, need a motion pertaining to equipment purchase of a ball field groomer.
I'll move to approve the purchase of an ABI Force Z23 in the amount of $19,000 from ABI Attachments, Inc.
Second.
Got a motion by Fahey and a second by Morrow. Any board comment?
I think we saved $3,000 on this purchase.
By making the
Rob, by
purchase
just doing
early,
it.
that's correct.
Thanks, Kevin.
Good job.
Any other comment? Mike?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, motion carries.
Final item under regular business, item 11, need a motion pertaining to the POTS line contract. Anybody?
We're not approving it.
My turn?
Your turn.
I move to approve I move to approve the contract with Lingo for POTS line services at a cost of $38.95 per line per month for 36 months for 35 POTS lines.
Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
Second?
Second.
Kelly? We've got a motion by Vires and a second by Kelly. Any board comment?
Mike, you want to explain what a POTS line is?
Thank you.
They are the old school phone lines, analog lines, I guess they're called, that we still have the use of for some alarms and for the systems within our elevators. And they are still a necessity, at least across this park district, 35 times. And our previous provider was about to spike the rates at the end of our current term, and we asked our IT consultant to find us a match or a better rate than we had currently had, and he found a match. So here we are.
Very good. We have a motion by Byers and a second by Kelly. Mike?
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Kelly?
Yes.
Commissioner Hodgkinson?
Yes.
Commissioner Fahey?
Yes.
Commissioner Vires?
Yes.
President Me?
Yes. That concludes our new business. On to reports from staff. Mike, what do you have?
As you can see in your packet, the annual City of Wheaton Tax Increment Finance District Joint Review Meeting is October 10th. It takes place at 9 a.m. at City Hall. I will be representing the district there. If anyone has some free time and wishes to join me, I would certainly welcome the company. Proud to say that the Light the Torch 5K run is taking place on Saturday, September 28th in the evening. That's a very unique 5K race where we have, it's done in the evening. Our partners in this event is the FT Cares Foundation. And subsequent to the race, there will be a street party on Liberty. Subsequent to the following Saturday, on the 5th, from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. is our second annual Oktoberfest, and that will be held on Wesley Street, as Memorial Park, where its home was for its initial year last year, is under construction. So Wesley Street, Saturday, October 5th, for Oktoberfest, which is a great time and a fundraiser for the DuPage County Historical Museum. We look forward to seeing everybody out there for those wonderful events. That is all I have. Thank you.
Before we get into the Recreation Department annual report, any board comment about any of the other staff reports? Add a few. Ray?
What staff report? A couple comments. The podcast, for those of you who haven't had a chance to listen to the podcasts, they're very well done. I don't know if they talk that fast because they're on a time limit or what, but I mean, they rip right through it. But very well done, and if you have an opportunity to listen to it, because it's just a whole new way of trying to connect with people in our community. Also like to congratulate Kristen Hanlon for being selected to the 2020-2021 Revenue Development and Management School extern. Not really quite sure what an extern is, but congratulations anyway. I don't know what it is, but that, Mike was an extern, I think, for NRPA at one time too. Yeah. But congratulations, because whenever you can reach out and be recognized from other organizations in our profession, that's a good thing. So, good job, Kristen. Want the board this report? Want to talk about it? Or
Well, I thought we'd go through these
After
other ones
comments.
first and
Okay.
go from there.
All right.
John?
No.
John? Jane?
I'm waiting for the rec department discussion.
Kevin?
Yeah, I had a few comments. Cosley Zoo, August, we're up. It's a good month for Cosley Zoo. Parks Plus Fitness, Michelle, kudos to you and the team. They got a five-star Yelp review. Not sure if she wrote it or not, but. Of course not. The fitness center is my favorite place for exercise in DuPage County. The staff is very kind and helpful. Christina and Michelle are my two favorites. So kudos. Banquets, I had a question, Andy. 8 weddings. Awesome. 5 were held outdoor. Were those actually the marriage ceremonies or part of the?
Yeah, anything that's held outdoors is the ceremony site.
Okay. I thought that was pretty neat. 5 is pretty good. Let's see. Museum manager, Michelle Potkova. I'm sorry, Michelle, if I messed up your last name. She received a $700 scholarship to attend the American Association of State and Local History Conference in Philadelphia, so congrats on receiving that. Parks Plus Fitness, again, beat the heat promotion, yielded 57 new members and 201 renewals, and I was one of them. So I took advantage of that hot 97-degree day. Had a question about Franklin Cross Country Camp. Who can answer that one?
I can try to answer your question.
Okay. I think it's awesome, and it's a great feeder into our high schools. But I just wasn't sure if is this free?
No, it's a program that they sign up for, and it's in cooperation with District 200 Franklin Middle School coaches
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and the Wheaton Park District. It's a summer camp, just as we offer many different volleyball camps in the summer, basketball camps with the middle schools.
No, okay, that's great. So we had 72 this year, 60 runners last year. So I think that's great. Maybe next time in my one comment in some of these notes is maybe get some of the financials. So that would help. But I know that's a great program. And then Rob, park permitting, 30 patrons scheduled for this month. I think that's great. Our parks are awesome. And Veggie Fest was held at Donata South. It's incredible that 45,000 people over the weekend. I was not there, but I just think that's phenomenal. And they did a good job at cleaning up afterwards. So that's great. And then for those at home, I'd just like to point out our Wheaton Park District. We had a total of 992 work orders for the month of August. That's a lot. That's incredible. We got just an incredible park district. But those work orders are corrective maintenance, general maintenance, inspection, preventative maintenance, service requests, signs and banners, special facilities events. So good job, staff. Thanks.
I've got a couple of questions, comments. Thanks. Bruce, what are these golf catalogs that we're selling at the pro shop?
Those are the latest publication that was completed by the DuPage County Historical Museum Foundation.
Oh, for
the golf exhibit.
Gotcha.
That was created by museum staff for Arrowhead.
Good deal. Thank you. And, I noted that we had a little, almost grand opening for our indoor track at the community center, and we had some refreshments and so forth. How'd that go?
Very well.
We-
Very favorable responses on the new track. People are enjoying it.
Good. So they're back to using it, and they're all happy
Absolutely.
again?
Absolutely.
Okay, see, you made them
Yeah, it
very
looks
happy,
nice.
Vic.
It's gorgeous.
That away. Not having had a board meeting in August, I did want to mention, 2 of our major events, and one was a Brew Fest, and I noted that we had about 1,406 ticketees. Some of us worked it, some of us enjoyed what was being served, so it was a good time, it was good weather. Margie, were we up, down, well, how were we from over last year? Brewfest, 1406, were we about the same? Okay. And then, our Cosley Classic outing, another major outing, I noticed that we had fewer golfers, but about similar revenue, so I was in it, so, it was another good event put on by staff, so we appreciate all the work that you guys did. It was very helpful. I noticed that our Clock Tower Commons, our mini golf is an increase in revenue over last year, so it must still be a strong program. I thought those things were kind of going out, by the wayside, but I guess they're not. I appreciate the staff's attendance at the National Night Out, that was put on by the Police Department in Northside Park. I was there. It was really well attended. So I'm trying to think, was any one of you there? Somebody was there.
That was there.
Do we need to have a bigger presentation there, or are we good with what we did?
I thought it was great.
Good.
The helicopter landing on the baseball field was a big crowd. How to say? Everybody loves going to the baseball field to see the helicopter landing, having the police there, having the concessions there for everybody. I thought it was well turned out.
Yeah, I was thinking more about our, involvement in it. Do we need to be more involved in it, or did we do what we needed to do?
I thought we did what we needed.
Good, because it was a good opportunity to showcase ourselves, so that's a winner. And I noticed that the Kazi Zoo's got another wedding coming up, so keep it up. Maybe it'll get to be a popular place. So, I want to thank you all for, all your hard work in August and subsequent to that, but we didn't get to recognize you in August, so, we're kind of doing it on a belated basis, but thanks for doing everything. Any other comments in regard to reports before we go to the Recreation Department report? All right, who's speaking for the Rec Department? Lynn?
There might be lots of different people.
Might be different people.
I was
Any
gonna
and
say,
all of them, maybe.
yeah, could be all of them.
Yeah, any and all of them.
All right.
Ooh, I have a comment.
John?
You guys, thanks for putting the report together. Again, it's very thorough and helpful to us. And because I bring the mad skills of a guy who can read a spreadsheet to this board. I'm looking at the camps for 2018 comparing to 2017, 2016. Net revenue's down quite substantially this year than in prior years. And participants about the same, revenue's about the same, but expenses have gone up substantially. I was just wondering what accounted for that.
In Jamie Martinson, the preschool and camp manager's absence, I'll do my best to answer that. Contractual expenses, so busing and field trip admission, greatly higher, as well as some of the wages we've had to pay for leadership staff for camp is higher than anticipated.
So do we react to that at all in the future, or?
We've been talking about that as a team, what our strategy will be moving forward, and we have to be really careful about it because we think from looking at our business plan, our competitive advantage is our pricing and our quality, so we have to be super strategic about how we react to that and gradually increase fees, so not to increase them all at once, but to gradually progress with the fee increases.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ray?
Just a couple things. I like the large letters.
It's for you.
I really appreciate this. I can read this one. But I like the including the trends, the challenges, and the moving forward within each of the areas. I think that helps give us a perspective of what are your challenges and what do you see as the trends out there, and then what are we going to try and do to react to it in the future. So it was a good report, and I do appreciate it. And I do appreciate the large letters. Thank you.
John?
Yeah, no, I had the same question as John, but I think the topic on fees and keeping up with expenses is something the board needs to take up because, we don't necessarily need to make a killer profit every year if we're providing services that are affordable. So before staff goes and, starts talking about a fee increase, I think the board should put on our agenda at one of the meetings is like, what are we willing to live with, percentage-wise, so we're not just constantly pricing ourselves out, because we provide a valuable service for these, it's almost like daycare for working
It
families.
is. That's what the camps are.
And, our expenses are gonna go up as healthcare expenses and everything else goes up, and,
Minimum wage.
minimum wage is gonna be a
Right,
big
that'll
one.
be an
Wage is
impact
gonna
as
be a
well.
big one next
Yes.
year.
And we might just have to take the position that we're willing to take a little bit less in order to be able to provide that. So, I think the board needs to make up their mind what they want to do before we tell staff what they need to do.
Good idea, John.
I will schedule a dialogue and workshop setting and provide some information for you to react to before this year is out.
Jane?
Anything else, John?
No, I'm good.
I want to echo what John just said about the fees, because we had this discussion after the last committee meeting, too, that sometimes the onus is always on staff to just increase the fees. And I think that the last thing that we want to do is think of that as the only strategy that we can do. I mean, we want to try to keep our budget in line, but we were created to provide these services. There's a reason why we're here. And there are a lot of people that really need and love these services. As you can tell from the testimonial pages, there were some really heartwarming ones there. The layout of the report is really good. Vic, I don't know if you guys did this, if Marge did this.
I
or-
have to thank Amy. Amy and the team. Amy helped put it together,
Amy, it's
so
very,
thank you to her.
visually, it's very interesting. I like that it's concise on pages. And I want to mention again that we really like seeing this information of how much participation is there versus what the costs are, because we've got some pretty strange trends going. And another one besides the camp one that I looked at was the Lubco Center, which I didn't realize until I read this report is now MLC. Is that what we're supposed to be calling?
We're trying.
I don't know if that's your idea, Megan, or not, but I was looking at the net profit, and what a spread we've got between $73 one year, $14,000 the next year, and $6,000 the year after that. I'm assuming extended trips are part of that, but maybe I shouldn't assume that.
And maybe Megan can answer better than I. I think in this case, our extended commission that we get from our partners for extended travel is going up every year. I think why you see the dip in 18 from 17 is we did not have an in-house extended, meaning one that we run in 18, which
Got
did
it.
in 17.
Got
But extended travel through our travel partners is doing extremely well.
Yeah, yeah. And Andy has kind of related that to us at the subcommittee
Extremely
meetings.
well.
Okay, thanks. Great report. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Good job, everybody.
A lot was said. Yes, really good report, thorough. I appreciate the layout. I think we commented on this last year, or at least I know I did, because I can soak this up a lot easier. So there's a lot of information, and I learn this way with big letters and charts. But so good job on this. Maybe just something to think about. So this is full of a lot of information, and then we have our history of some of the finances on these camps and such that we provide, all those services. You have 2 pages of accomplishments on 4 and 5. What I would like to see and just think about is, okay, here are our accomplishments, and then these are the results from our accomplishments. So it may take you a little bit to think through some of, and it's all in here for the most part, but visually it would just make it, I think, a little more complete or cohesive.
Thank you.
And then I'd just like to give a shout out to Emily Peck, who made the front cover, and I'll be your agent on this and see if we can get some. Anyways, okay, thank you.
Great comments. Thanks for all the hard work, Rec Department, and, I will echo the sentiment. Great graphics and formatting. It was very easy to read. Thank you very much for that. I want to backtrack just for a second and mention a couple of our upcoming events. We've got the Pumpkin Fest at Cosley Zoo starting in October. Always a well-attended event, not only to enjoy some of the carnival rides and so forth, but also selling pumpkins and so on and so forth. We also have I don't think we mentioned the Oktoberfest coming up, supporting the Page County Historical Museum. It's going to be held on Wesley between Main and Cross. Also, that's going to be on Saturday, October 5th. So, hopefully we'll have a lot of people coming out for that. And last but not least, Mary Beth, good job on keeping our Rams football program strong. Not only do we have more players, but we have one additional team over what we had last year. So I guess we're not falling behind. I guess we're moving forward, huh?
We have a great football board, and Adam has been doing a fantastic job.
Good
with the
deal.
Program.
Thanks to you and your staff. Hearing nothing else, Mike, motion to adjourn?
Motion
Are
to adjourn.
we going into closed session?
We have no closed session tonight.
I move.
We have a motion by Morrow and a second by
Fahey.
Fahey.
Anyone want to stay?
No.
All in favor?
Thank you.